So, can you or can you not buy wine in Mississippi grocery stores? This question came up in our discussion on Publix, and the answer is about as complicated as Mississippi's alcohol laws. Thanks to Mississippi's strange on-again, off-again relationship with alcohol, starting with Prohibition and going on till 2021 when we finally repealed Prohibition, we have some of the most cautious alcohol laws in the country. For example, all the hard liquor in our state is very tightly controlled by the state of Mississippi. It all funnels through one warehouse over in Gluckstadt, which is the only place that our liquor stores are allowed to buy it from. If you've ever had a favorite brand of alcohol that just suddenly disappeared from the shelves, it's probably because someone at that warehouse decided they just weren't buying it anymore. And they've arranged this so that the state can keep a very close watch on the supply and on the taxation of our alcohol. As far as where we can buy what, that's where it gets even more complicated. Hard liquor can only be purchased in a liquor store, and this includes most types of wine. Now, there are a couple of exceptions, and I'll get to those in a second. Gas stations and grocery stores can only sell beer and light wine. The beer can only go up to 8% alcohol. The wine can only go up to 5% alcohol. It's hard for me to say this next part without sounding like a wine snob, so let me just assure you I am the furthest thing from it. I have no sense of smell, a limited sense of taste, and I pretty much consider any bottle over $10 overpaying. Having said that, most people would agree that the wine that you can buy in a Mississippi grocery store isn't really wine. These are the brands like Sutter Home or Boone's Farm. These grocery store wines are a lot closer to being a wine cooler than they are to being wine. They have an alcohol content of around 5%. It's really like drinking a hard lemonade. What most people consider to be real wine has an alcohol content over twice that amount. This is around 12% to 13%. And these are your wines like your Chardonnays, your Merlots, your Cabernets, so on and so forth. Basically anything that you would get at a restaurant when you order wine. And those are the wines that you cannot buy in a Mississippi grocery store. And every year there's a little bit more of a push to get Mississippi to loosen its grip on its wine restrictions. There's almost always a petition to allow wine in grocery stores, real wine, and there's almost always a push for us to be able to get wine in the mail. I have a feeling that when we finally do get our ballot initiative back, this will be one of the very first things on there. So, to answer the question, can you buy wine in Mississippi grocery stores? It all depends on what you define as wine.